Uneducated, unbroken, unstoppable René Pineda was born in El Salvador, a small fishing town scarred by poverty and the brutality of the Civil War that tore his country apart. His childhood was marked by fear and violence. He saw soldiers storm through classrooms, classmates vanish, and innocent people executed in the streets. One day, he witnessed his beloved schoolteacher being shot dead before his eyes. Another day, a National Guard forced him to pick up a severed head from the ground, a moment that burned itself forever into his memory. By 15, René was already working on shrimp boats, his hands blistered from the nets and salt. He learned early that survival meant endurance. But even as war stole his childhood, it could not extinguish his spirit. At a young age, driven by desperation and the hope of freedom, René climbed aboard La Bestia, the deadly freight train that carries migrants through Mexico toward the U.S. border. The journey was a gauntlet of hunger, fear, and near-death escapes. He clung to the roof of the train through cold nights and scorching days, surrounded by others who, like him, refused to give up on life. In the United States, René worked every job he could find, washing dishes, cleaning floors, and parking cars in luxury hotels where wealth shone like another world. Once, he was fired from the Century Plaza Hotel in Los Angeles after accidentally crashing a Lamborghini. But failure never defeated him. It only fueled his resolve. Later, in Canada, he worked in hotels and in the mines until tragedy struck again. A severe accident left him with broken bones and torn tendons, ending his ability to do physical labor. He lost everything twice. But what could have been the end became his beginning. In the quiet halls of the Toronto Central Library, René found salvation. Surrounded by books he could barely read at first, he began to teach himself. He studied finance, investing, and the language of success. Page by page, he rebuilt himself, transforming pain into purpose, ignorance into knowledge, and poverty into possibility. Years later, that journey gave birth to his award-winning first book, The Illiterate Investor, a guide that proved education is not a privilege, it's a choice. Now, in Uneducated, Unbroken, Unstoppable, René Pineda reveals the full story behind that transformation. From a boy who saw death in the streets of El Salvador to a man who found light in the pages of forgotten books. His memoir is a testament to resilience, faith, and the unbreakable power of the human spirit. No matter where you begin in war, in poverty, or in pain, you can rise. You can learn. You can build a life of freedom and purpose. Because when your faith is stronger than your fear, you become truly unstoppable. You can buy this book on Amazon.